Well, hey everybody, and welcome back. Right. Well, today I'm gonna comment on something that, well, came to my attention via Omegon. Since I am gonna get a pass on this one, well, I used to be a fatty. I still am a little bit overweight, but we'll talk about that in a bit. But this is a fantastic fucking article from the Mirror, and I said I don't think Omegon has the right perspective on this. I mean, what he says is fantastic, and I'll link his video in the description, and I suggest you watch it. But I have a different perspective on this simply because I was rather overweight and am still about a stone and a half overweight as we are now. But again, we'll go into that further on in this. But so without further ado, let's dive right in. Right, so obese people apparently should be allowed to turn up to work an hour later, government advisor recommends. I personally think this is bullshit. The plan could see obese office workers miss the rush hour commute to demand an extra large chair or even work from home. That's absolutely fine. Right, so let's have a look here. New research shows Brits are most fattest. That's awful. Fat workers should be allowed to turn up late and be protected under discrimination law, a leading employment specialist has said. I disagree wholeheartedly with this. I don't think it should be a protected class. I personally think you should be shamed to fuck to get off your fat, lazy, idle arse, put down the fork and go out and exercise, for fuck's sakes. Right, and I'm going to tell you why. Right? Because there's consequences to being overweight. And again, we'll get into them soon. So let's read on. The plan could see obese office workers miss the rush hour commute, demand an extra large chair or even work from home. That's fine. A UK government advisor will propose changes to the European Congress on Obesity in Vienna, as new research shows Brits are among most fattest in Europe. And that is the most terribly grammatical. Just terrible, right? That is just terrible. Right, so I'm sorry. Brits are getting bigger. I know that for a start, because you can see it when you walk down the street, and there's a more fat than anything else. But anyway, so Professor Stephen Bevan has advised Department of Work and Pensions, and is a member of Public Health England's advisory board. He will tell 2,000 medics that obesity should be classed as a protected characteristic, allowing staff to sue fat-shaming bosses. Now, see, if you're going to say 2,000 things in front of 2,000 medics, they're going to turn around and tell you you're a fucking idiot. Professor Stephen Bevan. Right, okay, I'd like to see your qualifications, please. Because obviously, you are a fucking moron. And I mean that in the most literal sense of the fucking word. Because they should not be fucking shamed. Why should people spend money on fucking making people who are basically a burden on you fucking comfortable? Fuck off. If you're too fat to sit in the fucking chairs, lose some fucking weight and put down the goddamn fork. And before you all jump in the comment section saying, you don't know what it's like to be overweight. You don't know. Yes, I fucking do. I was 17 stone when I was a teenager. I went to the gym all the time. I was fairly solid. I was at my fit weight. That was my peak of physical fitness that I could get to at that time. Then I settled down, had kids, and put on the weight. Right, and now because of all that, now I have lost the weight again. Well, almost all the weight. But due to recent hernia surgery and having a hernia for the best part of a year, I wasn't able to work out as much. I wasn't able to exercise as much as I would like to, and working was difficult. And I have quite a physically exerting. My job is quite physical. If you look down through my videos, you'll see what I do for a living. There's out to work, right, and you can see exactly what kind of work I do. So, these people, well, see, anyway, myself, I was overweight degree. I was like 25 fucking stone. I was a big boy, right? Big fucking. Now I'm 6'2". Built broadly. My BMI is fucking in the morbidly obese even now. And I'm sorry, I played rugby and stuff like that, right? So I'm not exactly a little guy anyway. But the BMI is bullshit. It doesn't take into account organ weight, bone density, muscle mass. It's just your height to your weight. Now, I'm sorry, I'm pretty sure every rugby player is morbidly obese according to their BMI, and I wouldn't say there's much fat on those boys, would you? No. I'm a bit of stone, maybe a stone and a half overweight myself, but that's because I had surgery. But now that's dropping off, and I'm feeling much fitter, much better, and I won't be long till I'm back to normal. Now I'm about 18 and a half stone now, so I've got about a stone or so to go till I'm back down to my target weight, and then I'll go back to the gym properly and start lifting the weights again, and then that's how it's going to go. But anyway, I'm getting off the point here. People should be allowed, employers should be allowed to dictate to weigh the pros and cons of whether an employee is going to cost them money or not, and they should not be a protected class. It just shouldn't be. They can fuck right off. But anyway. Professor Bevan, head of HR research at the Institute for Employment Studies, said, "We need to coordinate our efforts so that people who want to work can do so." Well, that's fine. Help people into work. Yeah, by all means do that. Right? But you got to fucking understand that there's just some people who are beyond help, and accommodating them is just going to make things worse. And if anybody, if I say I get a fat pass on this one, I am a former and current fatty, and you can get to fuck if you think you're going to fucking shame me for, you're going to call me bigot and that for saying that, so you can go fuck yourself if you have a problem with me saying this, because I am saying it fucking clear and loud. You should be fucking shamed if you're overweight and unhealthy, because there are fucking real fucking consequences to your actions. Right, but anyway. It can be working time, it can be having a bit of understanding that someone might need to turn up at 10 AM because they have trouble with transport or anxiety about transport. Well, that's their problem, innit? Many employers get away with whatever they want. Good. Fuck off. Professor Bevan will represent a systemic review of research into obesity workplace discrimination. It included a major study on weight stigma in the NHS. Now, I'm going to agree with Omegon on this one. It's not a fucking stigma. There's no stigma about it. We know exactly what the fuck is wrong with you. Right? We know exactly where it's going, and I'll tell you one of the consequences. Because of my obesity and overweight, being really overweight up to the 25 stone, I now have developed type 2 diabetes. Don't fucking feel sorry for me, it's my own goddamn fault. And I take my medication to manage it, and that's why I'm looking at a healthier lifestyle. I vape now instead of smoke. I have a physically demanding job, so I go out and do that, and that helps. It's like getting paid to exercise. It's fantastic sometimes. But during the off season, because I don't do much of the winter. That's when my YouTube channel gets a lot through the winter and pretty much bugger all during the summer, because I'm working pretty much 6 days out of 7 during the summer into autumn up until generally about October. So, but once I've done that, you'll notice my videos increase over the winter. Or when I get a few days off, you'll get a few videos together at the one time, because I have time to do these things. But anyway, that's getting off the point. You have real consequences of your actions. I mean, heart disease. I'm on blood pressure medication because of my weight. I say I'm on diabetes medication. I take all manners of painkiller because of nerve pain in my hands and fingers. Not just because of the diabetes, but also because I use power tools for a living. Chainsaws, trimmers, mowers, that stuff. They have side effects as well. So there's a whole load of problems that can be had with being overweight, and people who say you can be healthy at any size are fucking delusional. I mean, absolutely fucking delusional. I mean, completely, because you're not. If you're like one of my friends, he is a great guy, I love him to bits, but he weighs like 30 fucking stone, right? And he isn't even mid-20s yet, and I'm absolutely positively sure he's gonna die before he's fucking 35. I swear to God, because he's weight, I tried as nicely as I could to see these things to him, but unfortunately it just doesn't get across. Or it does get across, but he just can't do anything because he's too big. He needs to be motivated, and I just don't have the time to be that guy from Oh, that healthy guy helps the obese people lose weight, you know, 600 pounds, you know, that stuff. I don't have time to be that guy for him, because I have my own life to contend with. I have work, I have family, I have all these things to do, you know what I mean? And trust me, there's a lot of more things going on in my life than most people have any idea what's going on, but still. I know I'm rambling, I know I'm getting to the point, but this is just really, really close to home for me as well, because if I wasn't told that I needed to do something about my weight, I wouldn't be the man I am now. I would not be healthy. I wouldn't be able to chase after the kids. I wouldn't be able to go out and do the job that I love to do. And it's not because I can't do anything else. I do that job because I don't like people. And I can put my headphones on, crank the music up, and I don't have to speak to folk. It's a good job. Right, so there you go. But I think we should either get on with this or I should shut up, so let's go. Another study found 1 in 5 Brits said they would object to an obese person marrying into their family. Well, yeah, I would object to that too, because there's a good possibility that the person they're marrying would be widowed or widow or widower in a few years down the line, breaking their heart. So yeah, I would object to that too. Now look. Another study by the European Association for the Study of Obesity, yeah, like fucking that, found more than half UK doctors thought overweight patients lacked willpower. Well, I fucking absolutely agree. Right, 1 in 3 said they were too lazy to keep the weight off. Well, there you go. Professor Bevan added, some people say that obesity is the last characteristic that is still socially acceptable to make fun of. You're damn right, and so it fucking should be. I'm sorry, you know my view on it. I think if you're gonna be a fat fuck, you might as well be fucking made fun of for being a fat fuck until you get off your ass and stop being a fat fuck. Right? Is that okay, fat fuck? Cool. Because if you don't start doing something that way, you're going to be called dead fat fuck. Yes, that was a quote from Drive Angry. I was paraphrasing Drive Angry, but that's what you are. You are dead man, woman, child, walking. You're dead. Because you're going to have a massive heart attack or anything like a stroke. You know, I mean, especially with children. I fucking hate seeing fat kids. The parents should be fucking done with fucking child neglect. Because that is not fucking helping the child. You've got to be able to say no to your fucking children. That's why you've got generations of fucking adult babies now in universities. Because fucking weak-willed, limp-wristed parents can't turn around and say fucking no. I say no all the time. I'm not joking. All the time, because it's very, very easy to just say, okay, yeah, fine, have that packet of crisps, have that, so eat for a quiet life. No, you got to be fucking steadfast in your resolve. Yes, I know it's being a hypocrite, but most of parenting is hypocritical. It is. Most of it is, because it's do what I say, not do what I do, or do what I did. Because we've all done it. We've all wanted it. We've all been kids ourselves, and we've all talked shit to our parents to try and get what we want. Right? Doesn't matter. It's your job to be a hypocrite. It's your job to make sure your kids know what is right and what is wrong in this world. And the parents these days are fucking pathetic. And they should be done for child neglect. So this is, again, getting off point. Back to the obesity. You're dead man walking. That's what it is, dead woman walking. Because you're putting so much strain on your heart. I mean, your heart's got to work so much harder to pump the blood around that much of a body. Right? And that's why you get a greater risk. Your heart's working a lot harder than it's supposed to work. Right? Now this is reversible if you're willing and dedicated enough to try and do something about it. But like, the thing that really pisses me off is, see when you go down the street and you see a mobility scooter coming towards you, right? Now, I am all for mobility scooters if it helps you get around, but see the person sitting on it, is their arse is hanging over the side of the seat. They've had to remove the armrest because they're so wide, right? And the only reason they're in that is because they're just too fucking idle to walk. Those are the ones I don't like. If you have something wrong where you get problems with your hips, your knees, and that isn't caused by yourself and your addiction to the fucking fork, right? Then absolutely fine, right? you can. I'll help you. I'll move out the way for you. I'll help you go in and out of shops. I have no issues, right? But if you're just too fucking lazy to walk, or you're just too idle to put down you're just too idle to fucking walk, then you can just get yourself to fuck, and you should have that thing taken off you. But anyway, right, moving on. We have a scheme in the UK called Access to Work, which not many employers know about. If you're an individual living with a health condition or an impairment, you can get support paid for you by the government to make accommodations. Right, absolutely. I agree with this wholeheartedly. Yeah, that's absolutely. If you need help because you have a physical ailment, right, not caused by yourself, not caused by being so overweight because you can't, or you're just too lazy to get up and do something about it, I don't think you should be helped with anything. I think you would just be told to get fucking on with it or lose weight. Right, stop whining, stop complaining, get off your fucking fat ass and do something. Right. It could be transport, or it could be working from home. Another study surveyed 90,573 people in 9 countries and found only 47% of Brits believed food addiction is a reasonable explanation. This was lower than the US and Germany. Okay, right, so what is the explanation then? Christopher Snowdon, head of lifestyle economics at the Institute for Economic Affairs, said, "This is a ludicrous idea that will only create resentment against obese people if it were implemented." Yeah, again, I agree. Being fat is not a disability, and the majority of people get to work by car, so it is difficult to see why obese people should be given an extra hour to arrive. Here fucking here. Well said, mate. Well fucking said, mate. Right? If obese people are to be given special privileges, should we not also give special privileges to smokers, alcoholics, and compulsive gamblers? Dude, man, you're singing from my song sheet here, man, I'm telling you. Where does it end? Abso-fucking-lutely. It's always the same, where does it fucking end? Well, so that's that, and I say my avatar may be thin, but I'm getting better. I've got some videos where it's me behind the microphone. You don't see my face, but you see I get my body size, so you can understand when I say I got a fat pass. Right? I'm not fucking a beardy neck. I'm not a fucking neckbeard fucking basement dweller. I have a fucking life and a job. I couldn't exercise because I had a fucking massive umbilical hernia. I mean, when I actually got the surgery, it was quite funny. The surgeon turned around and goes, like, if you have a little hole in the muscle wall, we will put the mesh in. But if it's a big hole, we'll use stitches. I'm like, that's fine. So get the surgery, wake up, come round. I'm like, right, so whether I get stitches or mesh? And he goes like that. You got a lot of stitches. I'm like, okay, thanks very much. But as I say, it's all healed up now, and I'm feeling so much better. And I'm back out to work and feeling good, you know what I mean? But see, I wouldn't be able to do that if I was still fucking overweight. And because of being overweight, I have other issues which I've mentioned previously. But they're manageable, they're dealable, and they sometimes can be reversed depending on how far gone you are. So if you are overweight and you're trying to do something about it and it seems like nothing is going to happen, it does. It may not see it quite. You might lose a lot of weight really quickly and then slow down to a crawl. And it happens. Right? But once you got to keep with it, you got to stick at it and believe that you will get there. And now, I'm starting to get definition back. It's fantastic. Yeah, it's feeling. I'm starting to feel. I haven't felt this good in a decade. You know, I'm actually starting to feel really good now. And so, but anyway, that's enough of this bullshit. But let me know in the comments what you think. Let me know if you think people should be shamed to do something about it, or whether they should become disabled and protective class, and resentment may grow from that. But again, let me know what you think. And this is not the Philip DeFranco show. This is not a conversation, but I do want to know your opinion. Right? You've got my opinion. No, seriously, just let me know how you feel about it. Are you overweight and want to do something about it? Are you offended by the fact I say, fuck you, do something about it? I did, why can't you? No? Well, just let me know what you think. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very, very much for watching. If you like it, hit like, subscribe. You know you want to. Nah. Anyway, thanks for watching. My name is Alexander. I'll catch you all in the next one.